Okay, it's a Halloween episode. I'm gonna need some help with this one. Pikachu, go!
Pikachu!
It's gonna get me! And it's the you passed it on to him. Since you released her, she stopped bothering
Bro!
you.
Bro! I'm sorry, Justin!
Yeah.
That... My mind just blown. I never connected the dots until now.
And then... This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Halloween. Even though we're Pokey themed. This is Halloween. This is Halloween.
Halloween. I was gonna do the Scooby-Doo Zombie Island one.
I mean, we could do that too.
Was it how they?
It's terror time again.
No, you can't go there. You have to do it from the beginning.
That's the only part I know.
You hear the screeching of an owl. You hear the wind begin to howl. You know there's zombies on the prowl, and it's terror time again. They'll have you running through the night, and it's terror time again. And you just might die of fright. It's a terrifying time.
Man, I wish I knew more of that.
Well, what other Halloween songs do we know?
Another one I was thinking of was just the
I mean Pikachu.
I don't know, what was the other one I was gonna think of? I can't think of the other one I was trying to think of.
It could because it is thriller night.
Oh, the other one.
For your life, and get up tonight.
The other one I was thinking of was spooky, scary skeletons, but I don't know that one either.
Spooky, scary skeletons send shivers down your spine. Or, I put a spell on you, and now you're mine. We're just doing Halloween karaoke.
Yeah.
What's another one?
I just think it's funny that. I mean, I like the matching costumes. We're a real cute couple, but I just think it's funny that it's like the Halloween episode, and we did something that we would do if we went to, like, we'd probably do the exact same thing when we go to the Pokemon Championships or whatever.
Yeah, that's when we have a different talk from a different podcast.
Okay, we might wear these again.
Those, I don't know. I might do like a different one if I can find a different Pokemon that I like.
Okay.
No offense to Pikachu. I like Pikachu, but
Pikachu's had his time.
Should have gotten like Gengar or something.
Yeah, that would be cool.
For Ghost Star Pokemon Halloween.
Ghosts.
The Pokemon regionals, they need to update the next venues because they haven't updated yet. So we probably won't see it until like next year.
Oh yeah.
But I would like to see something closer that we can go to. But as of right now, it's like all far away.
Oh yeah.
But before we start this,
presents.
Boy, do I have a treat for us.
It's Christmas Ween. Oh, maybe not.
So every time, I know you get nervous every time I pull out something because you're like, is it gonna be good or am I gonna die today?
Yeah, my belly's already brewing.
All right,
Still
ready?
brewing from last time.
You ready? Mario and Luigi.
Oh, nice.
So today we got.
Mario
or Luigi. I don't know. I'm assuming it's chocolate, but
wait, let me see one. I don't.
It looks like chocolate. I can't read Japanese. That's the problem. All I know is it says Super Mario on it, so I grabbed it. Oh, in the back it says chocolate.
I mean, they're doing like a little blip thing, and there's chocolate bars exploding. So
I'm assuming it's chocolate.
I imagine it would be chocolate.
Let's take a look. See.
You went Mario.
I guess I.
And I'll be
Luigi.
I'm Luigi.
Oh, I got Yoshi.
Oh, we can get different.
I got Yoshi.
We can get ones that are different.
They're like ID cards.
Okay, which ones?
Yoshi. I'm pretty good doing Yoshi.
Oh, I got Mario.
You got Mario out of a Luigi pack.
I know, and you got Yoshi out of a Mario pack.
That's wild.
This is my Mario. Mario. Actually, that's Luigi saying
Alright.
Mario.
Apparently we can like break it. Alright. Squid game it. You have to get your character out.
Oh, just the character or
Just
like the blippy?
Just the character.
The blippy bloopy?
You have to get the character. If you break it, you die.
Okay. Yeah, kind of cool.
That was pretty good.
Oh, it's crunchy.
Ah, I died.
Oh!
I died. I broke up Yoshi's head.
Come on. It was like the second break.
Oh, I broke his foot. This is hard. No! This is why people die in Squid Games.
It's not even like you had the star. You had a round object.
This is what I managed to get. He lost his foot and part of his brain.
I didn't realize this was going to be like crunchy candy, but it's pretty good.
It's like crunch.
Mm-hmm.
There was. Here we go. Bombs up. Yoshi. Oh
no. You Yoshi'd Yoshi.
Alright. Anyways. I'd be so mad if we weren't recording this whole time.
No, we got a red light. It's recording.
I also got this, I didn't get one for you, sorry, but I was craving boba. So I went to get a boba drink. That's why I got these too.
Yeah.
But then I saw this, and it seemed interesting. It's called Strawberry Dragon Fruit Oolong Tea.
Oolong.
Has 3 things mixed into one. Separately, I like them all. Together, not so good. So,
like last week.
What?
Chocolate and sour
Oh,
raspberry.
yeah. What'd you like in my...
Oh, no!
Did you lose?
I broke his foot off.
We will both died in Squid Games.
Look, I went around his hat and his fingers so good, and his foot broke off.
He didn't need it. And these have poppin' pearls in it. I don't like poppin' pearls. I just like the regular tapioca boba.
Oh, you mean the ones that burst?
Yeah, I don't like that. I think it's stupid. But I bought it. I paid $3 for it, so I'm gonna drink it.
Mario time again.
Okay, Ash, calm down.
Not supposed to be Bowser.
But you're wearing the Ash. Back on topic. What?
Wait, how many happening?
Oh, Jesus. Chocolate was okay.
I go.
I need to stop coughing in the mic.
We can tell who
I still
clearly took that challenge more seriously. Who has the more melty, chocolatey fingers?
Yeah, no, I was gonna eat it.
Nah, I know. But this is the spoopy time.
Yeah,
Podcast.
I don't like this onesie. It's very warm. Like I'm getting roasted right now.
I also don't have the air one at my house.
Yeah, and this is a button up. I don't like the button up. I wish I had the zipper one, but this is fine, I guess. Just don't mind my ex excessive skin.
Stop doing that.
Pika pika pika. But
we don't need to see that.
Who sends her out from Pokeballs?
Here, take mine.
I can see yours. Spooky season.
Spooky season. Spooky season. Spooky season.
Let's how do we? So we've done this before. Well, not you and me, but me and Jericho. It was just us talking about our spooky, scary stories. Spooky,
if
you were around for that era, all that's gone. So I'm just gonna retell my old spooky stories. But you have any crazy, unexplainable phenomenons, supernatural phenomenons, or anything that you have?
Me? Not really. So I'll go first, because I did have one, kinda, that I don't know how to explain. But I might have said this on another podcast, but, or like another episode, but I'll say it again just because it's spooky. One time I was in the bathroom. Excuse me. Dang on it. One time I was in the bathroom, and I have cats, so the bathroom door was shut, and I'm in the bathroom taking a big old number 2, dropping a giganto-sized deuce, and all of a sudden I hear like something crash outside the bathroom door. No.
It was you.
I heard and then I heard something outside the bathroom. But then cause when I was done, I kind of like poked my head out, because I was like, is it the cats, chasing each other and they knocked something down? When I opened up the door, there was a bunch of stuff on the floor, because I had there was like a little rack on the wall outside the door, and stuff from the rack was on the floor then. And I'm like, what the hell? Did they knock it down or whatever? And then I looked over, and there's a picture. I had a picture hanging there. And it's in like a big metal frame, and I was like, and the windows were open, so I was like, well, maybe the wind blew through and knocked it down or whatever. But it was in a heavy frame, and then I'm like, well, maybe the nail fell out of the wall or whatever. And I looked, and there's a screw on the wall, and I'm like, well, maybe the thing holding it on the back, like the cardboard flap or whatever, broke or whatever. And it has the metal teeth on the back of the picture frame. So I'm like, and I hung it back up on the wall, and then I kind of like lifted it and stuff. And there was like no way that wind could have blown that off or whatever. Yeah. Like, unless one of the cats like ran up and jumped off of the wall, kicking it off or whatever, there's no way. And they don't do that. There's no way that it would have fell off naturally. So it's just weird that that picture just fell off. And it was like it fell straight down too, because it wasn't on the floor, it was leaning up against the rack. Yeah. So it was like lifted up and dropped.
Here's the question. Here's a real question. What do you think did it?
Oh, I don't know. Mom.
Gonst?
I mean,
Gonst?
I live with my mom, and her bedroom was right beside that bathroom. And I think she said that she heard a man's voice saying her name one time, but it didn't like freak her out. It was just like a, that's weird kind of thing, because she believes in stuff like that. And I don't know. We think it might have been my pap, maybe, if he was hanging around for whatever reason. Don't know why he would knock a picture off.
Unicorn's gay.
yeah, the picture was a unicorn. I don't know. I don't know what it would be. Mom has also said that she's seen shadow people. She's right outside. If you want to bring her on the podcast.
I remember your mom saying that. I remember you're saying that your mom saw
shadow figures and stuff.
Like a Dementor fly through the basement.
Yeah. She was. I can't remember if she was down here or no. She was already down here doing laundry, and she saw like a black flash fly down the steps, and our cat, who was also black, was following it. But she said that it was like she chased something down, and it went by one of the Christmas decorations that we have like a bag over, and it was moving the bag. Like the bag moved, like something went by it real fast.
Do 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 do.
Yeah, I haven't experienced anything like that. Mom can keep those experiences.
You don't want to have
I don't need that.
A fun ghosty experience?
No, well, and this one's kind of sweet. We talked about it before, but Another, like, kind of ghostly experience that I've had is when my cat passed away in the house. It sounded like, for, like, a couple weeks after she passed, it sounded like a cat running through my halls.
Yeah.
And, like, jumping up on my desk. Because she'd always jump up on my desk all the time. But it sounded like when she would jump up on my desk. And I'm just like, I can't explain it. It's my cat.
Sure.
I hope it's my cat. I didn't feel bad, you know, I didn't feel like negative aura around it, so it was just noise.
I've noticed that I like to look up the sky at night a lot, because I like looking at the stars, and that's probably why I see a lot of, like, shooting stars.
I thought you were gonna say a lot of aliens.
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
No, I see a lot of those too. I see a lot of UFOs that can't be planes. Can't. Because, you know, you look up at the sky, you know when it's a plane. Usually there are flashing lights or people like really slow. Oh, it's a plane. Or that one time we saw the starlight satellites.
The Sky Centipede.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where
It's like,
the first time I saw it, totally tripped because I'm like, aliens! And then light speed warped. But no, that wasn't it. It was just Elon Musk shooting satellites into space.
Space junk up there. Space junk that's mildly convenient.
But I noticed that I see a lot of shooting stars. You stare long enough, you see a meteorite or something.
Yeah.
But there's also times where there's just I see things, man. I see things. The latest one I saw, so I work night shift, and during my breaks, I just go sit in my car. And this particular night, I just sit in my car, just looking at the sky, looking at the stars, about to go back to work. I see this, like, light, right? This little beam of light. It looked like a plane landing. But what made it freaky was it was going down really fast. I'm like, it's a really fast landing for a plane. Oh, wait, there are no airports around here. Huh, that plane's coming down.
No,
And then it goes, so it's just one beam of light. Right, so it's going down, and then it splits into two beams of lights and just shoots out and disappears.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, what was that? You know, I didn't want the,
Yeah.
what was that? I'm like, no one's gonna believe me. But that's all. I seen it. I seen it with my own eyes. Aliens. They're real. I don't know if it was alien or not, but it's unexplainable. I know what I saw.
Yeah.
I seen done saw it.
It's definitely a UFO.
Yeah.
Not all
Alien?
UFOs are aliens, but it's definitely a UFO.
That's also true. I have a lot of paranormal activity experiences in my lifetime. Here we go again.
I know.
Let's get to
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I repeat these words. People love hearing it though.
Yeah.
The question is, where do I begin?
There's so many.
Frankly, there's not a whole bunch that are like terrifying. I haven't had any like terrifying paranormal activity experience, but I feel like because I was so young, you know how they say like innocent kids or kids usually see more paranormal activity stuff because they're so innocent and they don't know a whole lot. So I think that was my case where, you know, I'll see something, I'm like, oh, okay. It doesn't bother me, but then looking back at it now, I'm like, that's pretty scary. Yeah, now I look back at, you know, that's kind of weird. So I have this cough forever, I'm sorry. I really don't know where to begin. We know the best one. We're gonna save that for last. You've heard all these stories again already, but for the new era of the podcast, I shall retell these stories until someone calls me out on it. It's just not. I don't know where to begin. So back in the day, I lived in this house back in Ohio, and it was very, very haunted. it was 100% haunted. There's no doubt about it. My parents will agree that it's haunted. Pretty much why we moved as well.
Oh, really?
I'm positive it's a big reason why we moved, because it was very, very haunted. I don't know what all my parents saw or heard. I might, that might be for next year. I'll ask them and I'll see what they're, because they never told me any stories, but I know things happened to them.
Yeah.
So here's a couple. Just a lot happened while I was in the house. So the ones I remember the most, or like the most, like, I was like traumatic, but they stuck out the most. But I'll try to. Each story is gonna get more crazy than the next. Okay, yeah, each story is gonna get progressively more weird and crazy as I go along. So we're gonna start a little slow. So. Wait, you're just gonna listen this whole time.
Pretty much.
I need your input.
Oh,
right,
yeah.
So
I'll react.
Even though you heard these stories before.
Yeah.
All right.
Hold on. I forgot them.
You forgot them?
Yeah.
All right. So
I shift selected delete.
Back in the day, we lived in this house, and sometimes when my cousins would stay over, we would always just hang around, play upstairs. So upstairs, right, it was a pretty decent sized house. I think there was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bedrooms.
Oh yeah,
5 bedrooms, 2 baths. Yeah,
that's a pretty big house.
It was a pretty big house. Different time, different, and the neighborhood wasn't so great. So, yeah. So upstairs there was this like long hallway, right? So there's a long hallway, and then there'll be a bedroom on one side, another bedroom on the other side, and in the middle there's another bedroom, and then at the end of the other hall is the bathroom. So it's just a long hall with doors pretty much in each side, and
yeah,
there will be a door closing the end of the hallway that connected like the stairs to go downstairs, and then the living room and stuff, blah blah.
Okay.
So when my cousins would visit, me, my cousins, my 2 cousins, and my little brother, we would all just go upstairs and play. And like, we had this idea. I don't know why. This was, guys, let's go play hide and seek in the dark. Turn off all the lights, close the doors, so it's completely dark. There's only one little night light in the hallway. It's like, oh, there are lights, turn them off. And
me and my cousins played that all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
so at the time, we weren't really scared of anything. We don't know what to be scared of.
Yeah. You don't think that,
yeah,
there's going to be ghosts around.
Yeah. So, like I said, take every of these stories with a grain of salt, because again, these are old stories from when I was young, and this is what I remember. So we're playing hide and seek, and the game is, we'll start with one of us is the seeker, everyone hides, and the seeker gets under the blanket, right? So so the seeker is under the blanket, and we're running around trying to find everybody. Once you get tagged, you have to go under the blanket, and it's like a train thing.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's a detail I just remembered, really.
Okay, so it's like you start out as you're under the blanket, and then whenever you tag someone, they join you under the blanket. So
Yep.
Okay. That's a different.
I don't know.
Different mode of.
Yeah, I don't.
I just
remember being under that blanket, and then we would run around, and then we'll tag. You get in the blanket. We went to this one room. I went to this one room, and I'm looking around. Can't see anything. Right? There's only like a dim light from the hallway. That's it. So I can't see anything. So we're in the one room, and now that I think about it, that room's probably like hell haunted. Now that I think about it, but I'll get there.
That's the ground zero for the haunting.
So what happened is I went to this one room, and there's like a little desk, a nightstand, right? So like a small nightstand thing, whatever.
Yeah.
So I felt someone's head under there. So I tagged them. I'm like, all right, but they didn't get in the blanket. So I run out. I go to the other rooms. I get my cousins, or my one cousin. I think it was just me and my two cousins, because now I think about it, my little brother was too young to play with us.
Because he wasn't,
Yeah, so it was just me and my two cousins. I tag my one cousin. She gets under a blanket. And then we find my other cousin in a different room. And I'm like, I already tagged you. He's like, I was in this room this whole time. Yeah, he's not known for lying, so I'm just like, okay, that's weird. Okay. Yeah. And like, we would have seen him or heard him if he ran. Kids are not that quiet.
Yeah.
So he's like, okay.
You would have heard like, dum, 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 dum.
Yeah. And, you know, going back to the night, nothing's there. There's just like a little open there. So I'm like, what did I touch? So, again, young kid. I don't know.
Yeah.
So my mom, who knows?
I thought you were going to be like, I touched the head. It's like, tag you're it. And then you felt someone get behind you. And then you turn around.
That would have been.
It's like that scene from Sixth Sense where he turns around and the girl's like, like throwing up.
That would freak me out a little bit. I feel like if they did something, if it was a ghost and they did something, I would freak out. But if it was just a ghost and they just stand there looking at me, I'd be like, ooh, who are you?
What if you, well, I mean, obviously you're little, so it wouldn't have affected you as much. But what if you like turned around and it was like the little blue cat boy from The Grudge or something like that? You know, if he does, it's just like
if the ghost person doesn't do anything and they're just looking at me, I probably wouldn't freak out. I'd just be like, oh, who are you? But if they did something creepy, I'm like,
yeah.
Then I'll start
using. How old were you?
Around that time, it's hard to say. Younger than 10, for sure.
Younger than 10.
Because I moved here to Maryland when I was beginning of 5th grade. So whatever age that would be.
I think 6 is usually kindergarten.
So whatever the age I was at in 5th grade.
So like 11, yeah.
11. So subtract that by like 2 to 3 years.
Okay.
Because that's when we were all playing upstairs in the dark.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like when I was there. Because I was definitely afraid of stuff. But I mean, that's mostly because my dad was a big horror buff. And his mom was a horror, liked horror stuff and everything. So they would always like, it was kind of like handed down by the generations of like watching things and then being like, coming to get you and stuff like that. And then I'm like, ah!
Yeah, no,
But so I knew fear at that age. Like if something like that were to happen to me, I'd be like, I don't like this. I need to find an
That's
adult.
only story number 1. Way you got man up. There's a lot more stories coming.
Yeah.
But no, see, I think I wasn't a very scared child because when I was little, my parents kind of let me watch whatever.
Okay.
And there was the Sci-Fi Channel on TV.
Yeah.
And I would watch like It and Aliens and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Chucky. Because my parents didn't really monitor what I watched.
Yeah.
Which was very bad because I was scared. So I was scared of the movies, but when it comes to like, I don't know, like now
it didn't translate to real life.
I guess. Well, no, because I am scared of like going to scare houses. I'm you know I am at scare houses. I'm like very jumpy. But when I was a kid, I wasn't really scared of stuff.
Yeah.
But movies. So
that makes sense.
But I think I could tell the difference between reality and what's on TV.
Yeah.
But no.
It wasn't like you watched a scary movie and then you closed your eyes and you just pictured like...
Yeah, I didn't...
I didn't see the zombies or the monsters in your head whenever you would...
Yeah, like I didn't get nightmares like that. Not from like watching things. Like I accidentally watched It because I saw a clown. I'm like, oh, this has to be a kid's movie. So I watched It and I'm like, oh, this clown.
There's kids and
people.
a clown.
Yeah, it's killing people. I'm like, oh, that's a little terrifying.
Yeah.
But I didn't go to bed like it's like worried.
You didn't actually think that he was out to get you also. Yeah.
And there was what was there? There's this movie, I think it's called either Rose Red or Red Rose. I forget what it was. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I watched that by myself. I don't know why I did it, but I watched it.
It was like a mini series, right?
Yeah.
It was a mini series on TV. Yeah, that one kind of
I
messed
watched
me up as a kid. It was Rose Red, by the way.
Yeah. I watched what's that one movie with the TV?
Poltergeist?
Poltergeist, yes.
The one where she's like, they're here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I watched that. I watched Shining by myself. So I've seen some scary movies when I was like younger than 10 by myself, just because I just find these VHS laying around. I'm like, I'm bored. I'll just pop this in and watch whatever's on it. And it never occurred to me, I can just turn this off. No. So here's a funny.
You're like, well, if it's
here's a
already
funny
on,
thing.
Might as well watch all of it.
Here's a funny thing that I don't know if I told a lot of people this, but back when I was young, every time I turn TV on and stuff and see like the actors and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I thought because I'm watching it, they are acting it out for me in real time.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, I don't want them to stop. They're gonna get a job, so I might as well just watch the whole thing.
So if you turned it off, it's just like they're like it just goes black for them. They're like, all right, well, let's leave.
And every time I would like rewatch an episode that's like the same episode, I'm like, wow, they got this down real good. It's they got this on cue.
They really memorized that.
Yeah, that's stupid kid logic.
Yeah.
Next story I have. Me and my one cousin, we got these walkie-talkies. It was when the Transformer movie just came out. And
Shia LaBeouf.
yeah, it was like the first one that came out, and we had this Bumblebee and Optimus Prime walkie-talkies, and we put one, I think, in the living room downstairs, and me and my other cousin were upstairs messing around with the walkie-talkie, trying to get like Kim or whoever had the walkie-talkie to like say something, or like I guess she wasn't really into it because she's a girl. I think she was like,
walkie-talkies are boy
I think
toys.
she was like coloring or something.
Oh, yeah.
So she like turned it off, and me and my one cousin were just upstairs, and then either he went to grab it, and we were playing upstairs by ourselves. Again, lights off, just the one hallway light.
Yeah.
And we just running around, blah 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 blah, walkie-talkie. Yeah, it's fun. And all of a sudden we hear this like girl's voice, and we walk over to each other and like, that's weird. Hello, who's this? And then I forgot what the name they gave us was.
That's the important part.
We just go with like Sarah.
That's what you need to research in the newspapers and Google to see if she like passed away in the house or something.
We just call her Sarah.
Okay.
So me and my cousin were like, who's this? And the voice was like, this is Sarah. And we was like, okay. And I think we had both the walkie-talkies together because my one cousin had it, and so he turned his off, or I turned mine off, whichever, and we were just sitting there talking to this girl. Now, let me clarify. We were kids.
Yeah.
We don't know what was going on. This could have been someone pranking us for sure.
I was gonna say the walkie-talkies they're easily debunkable. I don't know if it's what happened, but you can intercept other people's transitions really easily.
Yeah. So
it just depends on like how close they were or like what time of night it was. If it was at night with the lights off and stuff like that, it'd be a little weird for, a girl to have a walkie-talkie.
Oh yeah, it was definitely nighttime. Because we like playing in the dark for some.
But they are easily debunkable. Because I mean, like it's in movies, like American Pie.
I will say that it was definitely like a little kid's voice. Yeah. So we're on walkie-talkies and we're in the one room, and we're just like, who's this? And we're just chatting up, and we're like, hey, where you at? And she says, oh, I'm in the house next to you. And we're like, really? And she's like, yeah, look out the window. So we looked out the window, and the house next to us. Well, there's two houses next to us.
Okay.
So we're just assuming it's the house in the room that we're in. So we're just looking out.
My belly got scared.
So we're looking out the window, and we don't see anybody. And she's like, I'm looking at you. I'm like, okay. It's weird. Didn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
Nobody lives in that house next door. And frankly, no one lives in the other house either. So both houses were empty next to us.
Okay, that makes it harder.
Yeah.
If
So-
she was like, I see you, and you're like, no,
Yeah. So
you're not there. Unless she was in the dark.
yeah.
Like, I don't know.
So the one house next to us was, I think it was like being sold, so no one's in there. But the other house next to us was actually like just abandoned completely. It was really weird because it was a broken down house,
Yeah.
and then behind it there was this German Shepherd wolf mix. It was a
Just
wolf.
hanging out?
It was a wolf,
Yeah.
but it was also a German Shepherd. I remember this clearly because that dog was mean. It was
Yeah.
vicious, but it was just.
And there was a walkie-talkie next to it.
It had a long metal chain
Yeah.
wrapped around a tree, and I always felt bad for it, so I always tried to like befriend it, but it didn't like people. But
Yeah.
someone was feeding it,
Yeah.
clearly, because it stayed alive pretty much forever until one night the house burned down. Someone, I guess, vandalized the house and just burned it down, and the dog was gone. So I don't know what happened to that dog. I hope it's okay. But it was a mean dog. But
If they burnt the house down, they probably burnt the house down and like broke the chain or something like that.
I would hope that dog.
If the chain wasn't long enough to go in the house, the dog's probably fine.
Yeah, I remember it vividly when that house burned. It was right next to our house.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I'm talking right next to our house, and it was engulfed in flames. And I remember my mom woke up because it was all like you could see all the fire trucks and police cars on
Yeah.
the road, and the lights woke us up. It was like very late at night. She woke us up, and instead of getting us out of the house, she got up to the window right next to the house, looked at it, and she's like, "Wow, that's crazy."
Yeah.
And she's just like, "Whoa, you see that?" I'm just sitting there as a stupid kid. I'm like, "That's fire."
Yeah. I can feel the heat.
Yeah, I'm just like, you think we should leave, or we just gonna die too? Like, it was
Yeah.
that was story number 2. Story number 3.
I just like to think that the little girl's voice that you had heard was the wolf dog.
Yeah,
The wolf dog just has a walkie-talkie and she's like, "Yeah, I'm Sarah. Come down here."
it's a werewolf, and it's just in dog form right now. She's like,
You
"Come
should
out,
come
come
out
on,
and play.
come to play." Oh,
I have a really nice dog. You should meet him.
no, that dog was mean. And then there was so in the house there's a lot of like little mini closets, like big enough for where
Are they like troll doors?
where troll doors?
I just call them troll doors. They're like little like they're little cutout doors in the walls that you usually like shove things, usually in attics or something like that. Like if mine upstairs have it, because I have the attic bedroom,
Yes.
so it's like storage spaces.
Yes,
Okay.
because it was like big enough where you could fit like a little toddler in it. Like,
Yeah.
a toddler can move around, but like not enough for a big person.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
It's like a little storage place. So there's this one that we would always go to because it was like very small enough that you can put things in, but like big enough where like we could all like me and all my cousins and my little brother could all fit in it, but like we're all like cramped in.
Yeah.
And sometimes I remember
It's like a little clubhouse.
yeah, sometimes we would just
Yeah.
we would literally just get in there, close the door with flashlight, and just like read books or something.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
That's cool.
That was my childhood. So like people would hide in there too. I just remember it being like very small, but also like very long and like narrow going.
Yeah.
It's like the little hallway portal in Caroline.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
where was I going with this story?
You saw a body.
No, I didn't say body. I remember every time I get like sick, and my parents would give me like medication to make me feel better,
Mhm.
but they always make me like hallucinate.
Oh yeah.
My favorite one is when I was really sick and I had to go to the bathroom. I was sleeping in the bedroom at the end of the hallway, and the bathroom is the other end of the hallway. So little like 7-year-old me would wake up by myself and walk to the end of the hallway to go to the bathroom. And then when I left the bathroom, I just started seeing like floating heads. Just heads.
Yeah.
Like falling down, and they're like just looking at me. I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, I slowly start walking back to the room, and the heads were just like falling down. And I look back, and it was like Indiana Jones. I saw the giant boulder come down. So I'm running back to the hallway, or back to my room at the end of the hallway, and and it just felt like the hallway's getting longer and longer. It was like stretching out.
Yeah.
And then I knew this wasn't like I didn't know I was hallucinating from like maybe the medication. So it was all real to me. But I know it happened because when I bust through the door, so
you knew you were awake, but you didn't know that you were hallucinating.
So we didn't have assigned rooms at this house, okay?
Yeah.
There was beds in every room. We just slept wherever we felt like.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll sleep in this room, sometimes I'll sleep in that room, sometimes I'll sleep in this room. Same thing with my parents. So my stepdad was sleeping on the one bed in the room, and there was another bed that I was in. I forget which bed I was sleeping in. So I bust the door open, and I jumped onto wherever bed I saw first. I landed right on him. I woke him up. I'm talking I probably did like knee to the groin, elbow to the face. I was
just
scared.
Cannonballed on him.
Yeah, I pretty much cannonballed on him.
Yeah.
And then he jumps up. I'm like, oh shit, he's awake. So I run to the other bed. I flip the bed and pretend I was asleep. This man woke up cussing and screaming and was like, what just happened? I'm just like, huh? I just woke up same time as you. What's going on, Pops?
Yeah, I just like the idea of him I like the idea of him just laying in bed, like, you know, you're asleep, and then all of a sudden you're just like, and you're looking around, and there's just like your son laying beside you, like asleep, and it's like, what the hell?
I was, yeah, lots of happened in the house. Yeah, that was by far one of the most like powerful hallucinations I ever had.
Yeah,
because it was, to this day I still remember it. I remember I think it traumatized so bad that I remember pretty much every detail. I remember what I was wearing. I had these matching PJ set with it was like a bunch of sport, like it was basketball, baseball, football all over it. It was navy blue, and I was just like booking it for my life, running down the hallway. Crazy. There was this other time.
Well, before you go on to that, I don't have any like paranormal stuff, but I have had dreams that were like kind of vivid that also woke me up.
Yeah.
Like I had a dream where I was at my grandma's house one time, and there's a room at the top of the steps. There's like, you know, the little, you know, they don't know. There's steps up to a hallway, but there's a bathroom on the left and a bedroom. Used to be my Uncle Mike's bedroom on the right, and they have said that I'm pretty sure they had like paranormal activity in that room. They said they saw a little girl or something like that.
I remember that story.
I never had any experiences like that, but I did have a dream where I was at her house, and there was like a tour going on. It was like me and my family, but then there were other people there, and there was a tour, and I remember we flipped the light on, and we were just looking in the room and stuff like that, and they're like, yeah, it was almost like a house tour for someone gonna buy the house.
Yeah.
But no one was gonna buy the house. And I remember they're like, we're done in this room, can you turn the light off? So I was already out, so I just did like oh yeah, and you know, like reach your hand in and flip the light switch.
Yeah.
And in my dream, I was like, okay, cool, and I reach around the door frame and I flip it, but as I'm flipping the light off, it felt like somebody just touched my arm like that, and I woke up in a cold sweat. And I was like, oh, like I woke up
interesting
sweaty, and I was like, oh, that's weird.
It's chilling.
Yeah.
It's really in real life. It's just your mom like, wake up, Wade.
Yeah, but I don't know. There wasn't anyone in my room when I woke up. Like, do that motion. This is what it felt like.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I was like,
You woke up from the Matrix.
yeah. Oh, and there was another dream that I had where it was in this house, but everything was kind of... This one wasn't as vivid, but it still made me wake up in like a cold sweat. My grandma, who had already passed away by then, I remember going through the house, and the house was kind of like dimly lit. Like it was dark, but not completely dark. Like lights were on, but they were dim, and it was dark outside. And I remember going into my mom's bedroom. Excuse me. And my grandma was there in a nightgown, like sitting on her bed, and I was like, "What are you doing, Grandma?" But even when I was talking to her, I kind of felt uneasy. And then I don't remember
your grandma.
Yeah, I don't remember what happened or whatever, like what it was. But then all of a sudden, she just started floating, like, you know, on like chest up, arching back, floating above the bed, and then she just went like started yelling, where her mouth was like elongating, and then her limbs were getting longer, and then she just kind of like turned towards me, like with long limbs and stuff like that, and then I woke up in a cold sweat. I was like, okay, didn't like that.
Oh, we could. I make a deal with God. I'm dying. This cough needs to go away. But it was
like, it was very, I don't know how to explain it. I was gonna say like a movie, but it wasn't. I don't know of any movies or video games. It reminded me of, you know, Shy Guy from SCP. Okay. That we also modded him in Lethal Company.
I don't remember.
Yeah, okay. If anyone knows Shy Guy from SCP.
Oh, wait, yeah, I do. I remember.
Yeah,
okay, I remember.
It's kind of what she looked like, only grandma's hair and a nightgown.
That's terrifying.
Like Shy Guy, but like a perm, a gray perm, and a nightgown.
I don't like that. Running at you. No, thank you.
She didn't run at me, but she did turn and kind of like start floating towards me.
She was going to.
Yeah.
Something woke you up on purpose.
And she was like... No, she wasn't.
Another story. Well,
yeah.
I'm gonna go with... Okay. This time, me in the one room across the bathroom. Speaking of the bathroom, there was this picture that somebody took. I was sitting down with my mom and my brother the other day. We were examining this photo because we were like, who took this picture? And we couldn't figure out who.
So it's like a photograph.
It's a photograph.
It's not like a painting or anything.
It's of my little brother in the bathroom.
Taking a shit.
And behind, no. He has like jeans on, and he's like, has hands in his pockets. He's just, you know, being a kid. It's like smiling for the camera. But in the background, you can see a face.
Oh, really?
I'll show that. I'll find a picture. Now, if I can find it in time for this, I will edit it in. If not, sorry about your luck. I'll show it to you sometime.
I want to see it, yeah.
And you can do what you want with it, but it's like...
I'll probably look at it and try to forget it.
We can all see the face clearly. And so we sat down with my mom to show her the picture, because I guess she forgot about it. And she's like... And then she's like... And then she asked a question that no one knew the answer to. She was like, who took this picture? And we're just like, that's a good question. Who took this picture?
Yeah.
And so we just look around the room and we're just like, you sure it wasn't you, Mom? Because you usually do this.
Yeah.
But then I look at all the pictures that are taken. My mom doesn't take pictures like that. There's pictures of her. So usually other people take pictures. So we're just like...
It's like, I looked at Mom's other pictures and they look like shit. The composition on this one's really nice. So I know.
She doesn't take pictures. She takes pictures... People take pictures of her.
Yeah.
Or for her. She doesn't take pictures herself. I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like the person to ask would be Justin.
He doesn't remember.
He
was very young. Like, he was maybe like 3, 4.
Okay.
So he doesn't know either. And
He's like, it was just a camera. There was just a camera floating there, so.
Yo. But yeah, there's stuff that happened where I try to ask Justin because like I remember it because I was a little older
Yeah.
to remember it. He doesn't recall any of this, and I'm just like, are you sure? I need answers, please.
Yeah.
So there's one here. We're gonna get to my little brother's stories with that involve him. So I wonder if he has any stories that he hasn't told me. I'll ask him next time.
I mean, does he watch this podcast?
Sometimes I think.
Oh, okay.
But
I was gonna
so
say
this is one
that. No, I
time.
won't say it then.
I remember specifically because I just got back from staying with my dad in Texas. So I usually stay there over the summer and then come back with my mom. And my little brother hasn't seen me for so long, so he's like clung to me. So like we just hanging out, all that stuff. My cousins are visiting at the time too. So when it came nighttime, we all slept together in the same bed in the one room. So it was me, my one cousin, and my brother. So we're all sleeping. All of a sudden, I have to go to the bathroom. So I get up, like I lean up, and Justin, same time, like as soon as I got up, he gets up right next to me. He's like, no, go back to sleep. Go, don't leave. Go back to sleep. And like, he has this like bug-eyed. He's like warning me. And I was like, dude, I have to go to the bathroom. Like, I'll be back.
Yeah.
And he just urged me so much. He's like, no, stay, please. Don't go. Just go back to sleep, please. And I'm just like, okay. So
You don't have to tell me twice.
I was just like, all right, you convinced me just enough. I was like, all right, I'll hold it till the morning, or I might pee all over the bed. But you got this look in your face that tells I shouldn't leave this room.
Yeah. What about the window? Can I open the window? Can I pee out the window?
So I didn't leave. So I just, all right, go back to sleep. And then I wake up again, like, to go to the bathroom, I guess. I wake up. But as soon as I got up, I look at the corner of the bed, and there's this gigantic spider. I'm talking bigger than my hand.
Yeah.
Crawling up on the corner. And it looks like the Spider-Man the spider that bit Spider-Man. Like, that looked like a Black Widow body.
Yeah.
It was just at the corner of the bed. And I'm just like, hello? I'm trying to wake up my brother. I'm trying to wake up my cousin. Like, I am slapping them in the face. They're not waking up. So either I was astral projecting and I saw a spiritual
something from the other
spider.
realm. Yeah.
Or it was an actual spider and I'm terrified. So, you know what? I just went back to sleep. I'm like, he's not bugging me. If he's going to eat me, at least let me die in my sleep. So I go back to bed and I wake up the next morning. I know this is.
I would have been like kicking it.
So
kicking it up
that's a giant spider. I don't mess with spiders like that. I don't care if it's bigger than my hand. We have a problem.
Yeah.
So I wake up the next morning. And I just remember gathering the troops. My cousins, my brother. I'm like, guys, we gotta find this spider. So I told him the story. And I think I was like, is this what you're trying to warn me, Justin? I don't remember what he said, but like, I'm starting to think that's what it was. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I remember just gathering everyone together. I'm like, guys, we gotta find this spider. We gotta kill it. So the whole day we got like wooden spoons and shit, like our toy swords, and we're just flashlights. We're just looking everywhere for this giant spider. And we're just looking under the beds, looking like every crevice of the house, looking for this spider. Probably, in retrospect, if that spider was real, probably wasn't a good idea to try to go find it.
Yeah.
I was like a mini dog. I don't. that spider probably would have fucked us up. Been some dead kids after that.
You go downstairs and it just has your parents up in a web, like all wrapped up.
Yeah. So yeah. Again, all these events are happening in the same house.
Yeah.
And there was this one time, say another story with my brother is, I remember specifically because Avatar just started playing, like it just like came out.
The cartoon?
The Last Airbender,
Okay,
yeah. And I was like so interested in this show. I think I knew I would religiously watch it every week because I knew when it came out. I knew when the new episode was coming. And so I'm sitting there. So we're in the one room across from the spider room. We're calling it the spider room because that's all I remember.
Yeah.
That room had the spider and the closet that the clubhouse closet. That's what that room's for. So the room across from it, that's where the tap of the head, hide and seek happened.
The little child ghost.
Yeah. So across that room, we were I was watching Avatar, and my little brother was in bed sleeping. So the bed is against the wall, and he's sleeping against the wall. I'm at the corner of the bed because the TV is like right here. So I'm watching the TV. He's in the corner of the bed. We're home alone, all right? Because my parents would do this a lot because they work like 10 minutes away. So it wasn't a big deal, but it was still legal, I guess. So they would leave us home a lot. They would leave us home alone by ourselves, defend for ourselves. It was okay. We had each other. It was fine.
Yeah.
In this big ass house, this big ass haunted Scooby-Doo haunted looking house. That was by ourselves. It's fine. It's fine. You gotta make their money. Gotta pay rent. So, it's nighttime. Probably like 8, 9-ish. Maybe around there. It was dark. So, me and my brother like to just pick a room and just stay in there for the rest of the night until our parents get home. So, we were in the one room because that room had the computer in it, and I would play games on it and stuff, and Justin would just watch TV.
Yeah.
This night, Justin's sleeping. I'm watching Avatar. All of a sudden, my little brother rose up and just started hysterically crying. He's like bawling his eyes out. I'm in the middle of watching the show. I just hear him cry. I turn around. And he's just crying and pointing at the corner above the TV. And he's just like, "It's gonna get me. It's gonna get me." And I'm just like, what? Excuse me? Who's gonna get you? I'm looking back, and I'm looking at the corner. I'm looking back, and I'm looking at the corner. And I'm just like, what is it? I can't see it. And he's just like, "It's gonna get me. It's gonna get me." And I'm just like, help me help you. Help me help you. What are you seeing?
Well, what does it look like? Where is it?
Describe it. So I'm freaking out. And so I always carry the house phone. Yeah, because back then we had house phones that just clipped to
landline.
Yeah. I would always carry the wireless house phone with me all the time, just in case of emergencies.
Yeah.
So I am dialing the number to my parents' shop. And I'm like, you need to come home now. Justin's freaking out. I don't know what's going on. You better hurry home.
Something's going to get him.
Yeah, something's happening.
The something in the corner. I can't see it.
After I called my mom, I just picked up my brother and I ran downstairs. Let me note what I said before. We like to pick a room and just stay in there for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Until our parents get home. What that means is my family is really big on saving electricity and not being wasteful.
Yeah.
So if you're not using the light, don't turn it on.
Yeah.
So I'm picking up my little brother. I am blindly running down the steps into this dark ass living room, not knowing where I am exactly. And I'm just running, and I know the layout enough where I know where I was going, but I'm full sprinting. So if I hit a wall, it would have been lights out. So if I was tripped down the stairs, I'm dead. Yeah. So I'm running down the steps. I run to the living room, and then I threw him on the couch, and I turned on the lights in the living room.
He just
pretty much, because I didn't know why he was crying. And so I turn on all the lights, and these are bright LED lights. And I turn on the TV, and we just sit there. Now, I only turn on the living room lights. The kitchen is next to the living room, and there's another I guess dining room area. So kitchen, dining room, dark as shit. So it's dark. It's nighttime outside, so the windows are all dark. So it's like a little bubble of light, and me and my little brother are just sitting on the couch. I'm staring at the darkness waiting for something to come out and like show itself.
Waiting for something to peek around the corner.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm like on alert. Like I got my toy sword. I got my phone. I'm just like, come test me, bitch.
Yeah.
My little brother is watching TV like nothing happened. He just like he wasn't just panicking 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Making me scared. Like I'm trying to watch Avatar. Now I'm missing a good plot.
Yeah.
I'm missing vital plot information, and he's just, I'm hungry. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just staring into the darkness because I didn't turn those lights on, and it gets really dark in that house.
And he doesn't remember that either.
No, he doesn't remember. I'm trying to like, I don't know. Here's the thing, because he was younger than me, I don't know if these events scare him so much that he just like blocked it. Like,
Just
he just
repressed
it. Because I sometimes do that. I'm sure if I dig a little deeper, I would see things or remember things that I don't want to remember.
That's what I'm trying to think of. If there's anything like,
I remember seeing a lot of
real
shadow
scary.
people in that house. I remember specifically seeing shadow people. Like I would, like as I'm coming up the stairs, I would see a person just standing there, and like I would always try to talk to them, which I don't think we were supposed to do. I always try to talk to them and get their attention.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like, what are you doing in my house? And then I just take a step forward and they just
Go
gone.
away. Yeah.
I was like, man, y'all, like, it's just me and my brother. Like,
Yeah.
I want to make friends too. So, like, I think that was my issue. Like, every time I see them, I would just try to befriend them.
Yeah.
But they just go away. I'm like, come on, guys.
Nowadays
I
it would
won't
be like, nowadays it would be like, man, if you're gonna look around, just at least pay your rent.
Yeah. Just,
Give me some money, help me out.
I remember one night I went downstairs and this freaked me out. I was scared to go in the kitchen for a while. Because I don't think I told this one before, but I went to the kitchen at night. I think I was thirsty. I wanted some water. Part of me, I remember this feeling too. Like, you know, usually I wasn't that scared of things, so I would just go in the kitchen, blah blah.
Yeah.
Like I said, my parents don't like wasting. They don't like lights on if we're not using it.
Yeah.
So I get out of the room. There's that hallway light. Go down the stairs. Darkness. Right. I know where the kitchen is. I know where the water is. I walk in, but all of a sudden, like before I step foot in the kitchen, someone was like, "Hey, don't go." Like part of me was just like, "Hey, don't go in there."
Yeah.
I'm like, "But I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. Let me get some water." I walk in, and I just feel things on my feet. I'm like, that's weird. So I walk in, and then I open the fridge, not thinking too much of it, and then I got water, blah blah, blah. And I think I grabbed like a flashlight or something. I point the flashlight down, and there's just cockroaches, just like like you know how, like in movies and stuff they swarm.
Yeah. That's
what it looked like. And I freak out because I don't like bugs. I ran upstairs and I told my mom, like, old girl, I'm like, there's cockroaches everywhere. She didn't believe me, so she dismissed me. And next morning, we come downstairs and it's like, it's spotless, it's clean. So I'm just like, was I dreaming? Was I hallucinating? I don't know, but I saw what I saw.
Yeah.
And I felt it.
I felt
it strong enough.
I don't know about the like the swarmingness, but
Mhm.
I mean, in the daytime you won't really see them.
But no, it was like you couldn't see the floor.
Yeah.
Like that's what it looked like. It was swarming everywhere. I'm like, ah.
Yeah.
I remember too because I dropped my glass of water or whatever I was drinking from.
No. Yeah.
I left.
Yeah.
And my mom yelled at me the next morning. It's like, why is there water on the floor?
Yeah.
I'm like, this is some bullshit.
Unless you were sick, and then they gave you medicine.
Probably. I was sick a lot as a kid, so probably, you know.
And then they gave you, you had hallucinations of the bugs crawling all over you.
I did have like a fear of cockroaches. I hate cockroaches. They just disgust me.
I don't like it. Oh, so you were like not happy about the beach trip?
Oh, that is fine when there's multiple. That's when I get freaked out. But there's one I'm like, I can kill that and be done with it.
Yeah.
But if there's multiple,
it was
I'm
like one here and there. You know.
If
I
it's
think
one
we
at a
saw
time,
like three.
yeah.
the
If there's
entire
one
week.
at a time, I know I can at least kill that one.
Yeah.
But if there's multiple, I'm like, we gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
What's the next story?
I keep, because I don't have any experiences. I just have your experiences remind me of dreams that I've had. I had a dream one time where I was like, and it was kind of weird because it translated to real life. But I had a dream one time where I had to go across, like, there was like a path going across, but there were like snakes on each side, like just all over each other and stuff like that. And I had to walk through. I might have had to walk through like a pit of snakes, basically.
Yeah.
But I'm going through, and I can feel them biting me. But it doesn't hurt. It feels numb. Like it just feels like
venom.
Well, yeah, it was, but it was just like someone like grabbing my legs or whatever. And I was going through, and every time they would bite me, it would slow me down, and I would get really slow. And right before I made it to the other side, I'd be teleported back to the beginning. And then I like tried to do it again, but I couldn't make it past because it was slowing me down every time they were biting me. And then I woke up and both of my legs were asleep.
That's funny. That's funny. What if it's just your brain trying to like rationalize? Why are my legs feeling this way? Let's make up a scenario.
Yeah, because a bunch of poisonous snakes are biting my legs.
That's great.
Makes sense.
Your brain's a little over dramatic, Wade.
Yeah.
The next story I have will be here. All right, so we had a bunch of We had 2 outside dogs and 1 inside dog. I don't know. We had dogs. So the one dog we had, we would put it outside just because my parents didn't really like it being inside because it shedded a lot. So we did keep it outside a lot. But it was just a we had a golden retriever, but he ran away. We had a white lab, or a gold lab, I guess. So this white lab, or this lab, he was a really good dog, but he bit me.
Oh, yeah.
He was a good dog, I promise. It was my fault.
Yeah.
So what happens? I went to go grab him, and I think I yanked his collar too hard. Because I'm a kid, I don't know my own strength.
Yeah.
And he turned around and he just bit me. It wasn't a bad bite.
I was going to say, did he like bite you, or was it like a nip?
It was like a nip.
Okay.
Like you could see the marks, but it wasn't like he didn't clench or anything.
Yeah.
But I think I just spooked him. But because he bit me, my parents were like, no, bad dog. You're staying outside. Which I felt bad. That's why like every day I would just go up to him and just pet him.
Yeah.
But my stepdad loved his dogs. He loved the dogs.
Yeah.
So there was this incident where we had this little collar things where it was like I can't remember if it was like a leather collar or not, but basically, it has the little hole things. So you clip the hole.
Yeah, like a belt or a...
Yeah, so it clipped the hole into it, and we kept it tight enough, not tight, but like loose enough to where he's not choking him.
Yeah.
But like, this gives him room to move.
Tight enough that he can't get out of it, but loose enough. Yeah.
Yeah. So what happened was this one day my stepdad came out to check up on the dogs, feed them, let them rock or whatever. But usually we keep them on. We had to keep them on a leash, and this one day he came out to like go check them on. Let him off the leash or whatever. Keep him on a leash because we don't want him running around because we parked our backyard.
Yeah.
We had to like gated, so if we're not there, we like to keep him on because we're afraid of them running away.
Yeah.
But, like when we're home, let him off the leash, let him run around the backyard.
Yeah.
So this one day, my stepdad went to go check on them, and Buddy had his leash, like his collar, skin tight wrapped around his neck to where it was like bleeding.
Bleeding?
Yeah. And we're just like, how is that possible? Because we keep it loose enough to where he can move around, and like if he was yanking on it, he probably would have broke the collar. It wouldn't get tighter. It's like it doesn't make sense.
It would have had to like
unbutton the hole, unhook the hole.
It would have had to like come out of the hole, tighten itself, and then go into another hole.
Yeah, and like it was so bad, and like we were just gone for like a couple hours maybe.
Yeah.
But again, we've had him for a decent amount of time, and he's never done this before.
Yeah.
So my stepdad was really upset about it because it was bleeding. He was bleeding from it so bad that he had to cut the collar off. So I think that spooked him enough, because I remember my parents talking because of that incident. I was like in my room and I just overhear them talking in Vietnamese, saying like, "This house is evil. We need to leave." Yeah. So I think that was, and not too long after that, I think my mom that's when we moved, and we had to. Sadly, we didn't take the dogs with us. We gave it to our friend.
Oh yeah.
Because we had to move down here and we couldn't bring the dogs with us. But that.
Ohio.
Yeah.
That's when you lived in Ohio.
Yeah, and then we moved down to Maryland. But yeah, that was when like my stepdad was like, "This house is evil." Like he said, "This house is evil." Yeah.
He didn't say this house is in a bad neighborhood. He said this house is evil.
Yeah. So I guess you can do whatever to the kids, but you touch my dogs.
Yeah.
That's when we have a problem. But yeah, that spooked him enough to where he's like, "We need to move." I just remember that conversation overhearing as a kid. I remember seeing it too. I remember watching him cut off the collar and just like ripping it off pretty much. Yeah. It was just like covered in blood and it was really bad. And we're just like, how did this happen? Why? Yeah. Why the dogs?
Well, I mean, it could have been a sick person in the neighborhood, but it's weird that it would, like, I don't know. Like,
I don't know.
If it was just that thing,
here's the
if
thing.
It was just that incident, it would be like, oh, okay, like weird.
If it was a person,
yeah, that
person would have been bit. Because I remember I yanked him by accident and he bit me.
Yeah.
So
true.
To go out of your way to tighten this collar on this dog and not have it bite you, I don't think it's possible. He would have.
Plus, with the blood, I don't understand the blood, because it would have had to like. The dog would have had to like pull and tug on it enough to chafe it enough to like rub skin.
Yeah. So that was, I don't know what happened there, but it happened.
Yeah.
To where my stepdad was like, "This house is evil. We need to leave."
Yeah, that's crazy.
What other stories before I get to the good one?
I like how that's also kind of it's been a while since I've seen it, but I think I remember it this way. It was like the movie Insidious, when stuff, like weird stuff starts happening, and then they're like, "Nope, for sale," or whatever, and then they move. But then the whole movie is about like the house isn't haunted, the kid is haunted. Yeah. And so it follows them. But it's just funny. It's like, nope. Yeah. Pound the sign in, we're moving.
I think also, like, in that house, I was afraid of looking into mirrors.
Oh, yeah.
It was weird. It's like, it just felt uneasy looking at myself sometimes. So I avoid looking at the mirror, especially direct eye contact with it. Yeah. And now that I look back at it, my mom covered all the mirrors for that reason. Yeah. My mom covered all the mirrors. And then she had this rule where, like, you need to close the bathroom door every time, or if you're not using it, whatever, every time you use it, close the bathroom door. And because I think that the only place that had mirrors were in the bathroom.
Okay, yeah.
So, mom to this day still covers all her mirrors. Make sure the bathroom door is closed because of the mirrors.
Yeah. I figure, I mean, if stuff does come through, because in my bathroom, I have the big bathroom mirror, right? But then on the other side of that is mom has it's like a little sun and moon design mirror, where it has like the moon and then the other half is a mirror, and then it has like, or no, it has half of the sun and then and then a mirror in the middle of like this half, and then the moon on the outside or whatever. So it's like, I don't know, some little mirror, and it's across from that mirror.
Yeah.
So they say you're never supposed to have like mirrors looking at each other.
Yeah.
But
Creates a
I haven't.
portal.
I mean, granted, I haven't had any experiences really, except for the picture falling. But Mom has definitely seen her fair share of like shadow people and stuff like that. But not like, they're never malicious.
Yeah.
They're never like seemingly evil spirits. When she does,
Yeah.
she just like sees them and is like, "What is that?" You know, they just like startle her rather than scare her.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like the cats.
Yeah.
Kiki chased one down, like the one that she said came down the steps and then like whooshed by the thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Kiki was chasing it, so maybe we just got protectors. Yeah.
Maybe the cats are protectors.
Yeah.
The shadow people are afraid of cats.
It's kind of like the in the Mummy.
Yeah.
You know, when he like comes in and they hand a cat off to him and he's like, "No, can't handle cats." But
which brings me to my everyone's favorite story. So when I was little, I had these dreams, and it was always the same kind of dream. So basically, it started upstairs. So throughout this, I've been building this, right? I've been building this story, so you know the layout of my house.
yeah.
So it started off in the one bedroom, the bedroom with the spider room. And in my dream, I'd wake up in the spider room, and I would see this lady, very pale lady, dressed in white, dark black hair, but it was like her skin was just white. And I just remember her staring at me. And she's like at the door between the room and the hallway, and she would just stare at me. And I didn't feel threatened. I didn't feel anything malicious or hostile. So I just look at her, like, okay, what's going on? And she would point. She would point in a direction. So, you know, usually that means go here. And then, so I did what she point like in the hallway. So I got up in my dream, walked to the hallway, and I wake up. And basically, I would just keep having dreams every now and then of wherever. So it's like, I wake up in the room, she points somewhere, I go there, and I wake up in real life. And then next dream I have, it's like a save point. I would wake up in the hallway, and then she's at, now I wake up in the hallway, she's at the end of the hallway, between the hallway and the stairs, and she's pointing down the stairs. I would go there, I'm looking down the stairs, I wake up. And then,
To be continued.
Yeah. So it just kept doing that, and it led to, you know, the living room, the dining room, living room, kitchen, and before all this, I actually had before she appeared in the house, she was outside the house. So I started dreaming of her, like looking from like the windows.
Yeah,
which
that's
is kind of
weird.
which is creepy.
Yeah.
So I probably should start off that storytelling, but
Man, that's one of the creepiest images of like you know, you're just by a window and then you look out the window and you see like someone looking in, or like
Yeah.
a face looking
yeah.
in.
So
That's
I would
always
wake
weird
up.
to me.
So like I said, we started in the spider room, but I remember like seeing her, like it started with her like looking outside the window. So like she'll be out the window of the spider room, but like we're on the second floor, so it's weird.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I am dreaming.
Yeah.
But I knew it was a dream because when everything in the house looks the same, but like when you look outside the window, it's just blank. It's just white canvas. So that was weird. But like you see her outside of the house. And I remember like when I'm in the living room, she's outside she's like on the porch looking in the window of the living room.
Yeah.
And then basically all that, she points, I walk to where she points, I wake up, same thing, until she points to the basement. I go to the basement, and I wake up, I dream again, and then this time I'm in the basement. She points at this door in the basement, and in reality, there's no door in my basement. So I go to the door and I open it in the dream, and there's nothing in there. But I kept having the same dream pretty much from that point, where I'm in the basement, she points to the door in the basement, I open it, nothing happens. Mind you, there's no door in my basement in reality. So I tell my mom this, she dismisses me. Yo, you're just a silly kid. You just had a dream. Blah, 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 blah. And then, basically, I annoyed my mom enough because I kept having the same dream. I annoyed my mom enough. I annoyed my mom and stepdad enough to where, like, okay, let's go look at the basement. So we go down the basement, and I'm telling them, that's the wall where the door is. They're touching the wall. It's like, there's nothing here. There's nothing here. It's just a wall. It's just a gray brick wall. Well, not brick, but like cement wall.
Oh, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, my stepdad like feels something. He feels something on the wall. And he's like, this is weird. And he starts pulling it. It was wallpaper. It was wallpaper, and there's a door there. So, like, I remember just like my stepdad and my mom just like look at each other like, it's weird.
Yeah.
I'm just standing there. I told you there's a door there.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were like thinking at the time. I think they tried to like keep it cool so I didn't freak out or anything.
Yeah.
But
so what's the timeline of this? When did this happen in
probably like in a span of a year.
I mean, like, did it happen before, or like you're talking about all the succession of the dream was in the span of a year?
Yeah.
How old were you whenever that was happening? Was that remember. After the stuff or before the stuff?
Here's the thing. I don't remember because I don't remember exactly because in this time span I don't remember Justin being in the picture yet.
Okay.
So it might have been before he was born.
Okay. Interesting. Finish the story and then I'll say.
I don't know. But I remember telling my parents about the door, and then they look wherever and they open it, nothing's in there.
Yeah.
I remember my stepdad's like, oh, let's put more stuff in here. That's it. That's pretty much it. But after that, after he opened the door and we looked in there, I stopped having those dreams. So I can't remember exactly how old I was. I don't know where Justin was during this period. I want to say it was in a span of a year, but I don't know. It was a long time ago. Like I said, it is what it is.
And that was in the house in Ohio.
Yeah.
So if you don't remember Justin being in the picture then, what if that all happened and then they open it up and they're like, oh, there's nothing in here. And then you stopped having the dreams because you released her out of that room.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when stuff started happening in the house.
Holy
like
shit.
That's why I was like, because I've heard you say that story before, and I was always like, well, I like to think that she was good. But knowing the timeline, like if it happened before all that stuff, maybe you released her, and then that's when stuff started happening in the house.
Damn it!
You know?
She tricked me.
She's free.
She tricked me. And she got my dog.
She's like, dumb kids. They fall for it every time.
Oh my god, did I release a witch spirit?
I don't know. It's still at that house in Ohio, though.
I hope so. Hope she didn't follow me.
Well,
we talked about her so much, she just conjures. She's like, let me find that kid again. Let me.
Yeah. If you're here, go home. Go out of this house. This is him, but this is not his house. Don't follow him home either.
Now that I think about it, did I brought the plague into the house?
I don't know. Because like I said.
Oh my god. What if you're saying is right? Because I was the only kid in the house, technically. So, oh my god.
It all happened before everything. Justin saw her. Justin was like, it's gonna get me! And it's the you passed it on to him. Since you released her, she stopped bothering you.
Bro, I'm sorry, Justin. Yeah. My mind just blown. I never connected the dots until now.
And then, I'm sorry, Justin, if you're listening to this. Whenever you helped him move,
oh my!
Little one woke up and stared into the.
No.
We have to have Justin on the podcast and ask him if he.
Bro.
Ask him if he sees a woman in white in his dreams now.
Bro. Oh no! It's the generational curse.
Yeah.
We gotta break it. Put this woman back.
Down.
We gotta go back to the house and then do a seance.
We're at in Ohio.
Youngstown.
I don't know where that is.
I've
been to Columbus.
It's
nowhere near Columbus.
Oh my! Wow! We just had a epiphany right now.
Maybe that's what we should do. We should like instead of going to a party. Yeah, instead of going to a party or going.
We gotta track down this ghost.
Yeah,
it's just
let's go to your old house
havoc.
in Ohio. The ShinoBroz ghost hunting gang to the old house in Ohio.
That's wild. I just released a ghost. All this time, we thought I set the spirit free, and now we're realizing that no, I set it free to wreak havoc.
You released it.
I released the evil. I need a moment. This is a lot to take in. This is why my life is a wreck.
No, she's not following you anymore, remember?
I don't know about that.
She's following... Okay, true.
What? No, see, because, as you grow older, you lose the sixth sense. So what if all the bad things that's happened to me is because of this spirit?
She's just lingering around.
She's just my anti-fairy. She's just the bad luck.
Have you ever heard of the game PT?
No.
It was a demo that was on PS4, and it was like a Silent Hill demo, PT, and then you walk around the hallways, right? And weird stuff happens and stuff like that. And there's this one part where it says, look behind you. And I think you either turn around and she's there and she gets you or whatever, or you turn around and there's nothing. People have found in the game and in the game code that if you go up to a wall where there's light, you can see like a shadow twitching behind you. And the thing is, the whole time, the ghost is following you, but you can't see her. She's always behind you. So whenever you look around, like... she's with you, but you never see her.
That's messed up. Why would you tell me that?
I don't know.
Why would you tell me that?
What time is it? I don't have
It's time to wrap this up because I need to go home.
It's time to go home.
I need to call a priest. I need an exorcist.
Yeah.
This is... Wow.
Good luck sleeping tonight.
She's gonna make a comeback. She's gonna appear in my dream now.
Yeah, what if she
I don't need to hear this, right?
What do you call it? Reboot.
she appears in my dream. I'm back, and this time I talk. Yeah. Couldn't hear me before, but now you release me.
This time I talk, and then she's like, and I brought friends.
Bro. Alright, so gonna go home and I'm gonna perform an exorcism. I'm gonna sage my house.
There you go.
I'm gonna go talk to a monk, a priest, everybody.
Do you have sage? Mom can give you some sage. I have to sage the house too.
I'm gonna, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
We're gonna go get some
5 priests.
5 priests. Get a 5 priests. What do ghosts like to eat?
Spare ribs.
Spare ribs.
No, that's a skeleton.
What do ghosts eat? Ectoplasm. We're gonna. What was that?
Was it?
Was it?
She's moving the pillow. That's why only your pillow falls.
All right.
She keeps pushing it.
Okay, that's
my
messed
pillows
up.
don't move.
Leave me alone.
All right, we're gonna have to go talk through some stuff, and
I'm gonna go see my therapist. I'm gonna eat some Cheerios.
maybe some Fruit Loops.
Get some boo-boos. Boo-boos.
Frankenberries.
Frankenberries. There we go.
Count Chocula's.
Count Chocula's. Halloween cereal.
Yeah.
Yeah. My whole life's been a lie.
It's okay. Well,
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
We're gonna go trick or treating.
Oh yeah.
Bye. Peace.